Well, the Nine's Conor Gillis is with me now. And Conor, these levels came in pretty much as predicted, but North Lanarkshire is not going into the highest level yet.
Yeah, Lanarkshire is and substantial community transmission of coronavirus. NHS Lanarkshire has tonight released more details saying that COVID leaders urging for that to be the case. Now, every area of Scotland that you've just been mentioning there is going to be... In a minute, we're going to hear from Andrew Anderson in Dundee on the situation there and from Jack.
Well, a little while ago, I caught up with BBC Scotland's political editor, Brian Taylor, to get his perspective on ministers' decisions.
We will all miss him, the legendary Brian Taylor. But we move on. And remember, if you have got a story or you want to share your views, you can get in touch with us. Do that, please, via our website or via social media. Look us up on Twitter and Instagram. There you go. That's how to do it. We are at BBC Scot 9 or use the hashtag #The9. Now then, we do move on. Just 6 months after stepping down as Labour leader, Jeremy Corbyn was suspended from the party earlier. The decision was supported by his successor, Sir Keir Starmer, and it came after the publication of a report into anti-Semitism within Labour's ranks.
The report found the party had been responsible for unlawful acts of harassment and discrimination. Sir Keir described it as a day of shame for the party. But Mr Corbyn said the scale of the problem had been overstated, and it's that response which led to his suspension. The Nine's Westminster correspondent Rajdeep Sandhu reports.
Labour is a...
The whole of France has been placed on the highest level of security alert after 3 people were killed in a knife attack in a church in Nice. The suspect was shot by police and is in hospital. Officers have also been dealing with a second incident in Avignon. The deaths come less than a fortnight after an Islamist extremist beheaded a teacher outside a school in the suburbs of Paris. The BBC's Lucy Williamson reports from Nice. But before all of that, here's tonight's sport with Laura McGee. Hello, Laura.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you very much. Good evening. It's been another busy... And just before I go, there's about 5 minutes of the 90 remaining, and it's still 1-0 to Rangers.
OK.
Good result for them if they can hold on.
Indeed, indeed.
5 minute, long 5 minutes to you at Ibrox.
It will be, yes.
Laura, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now then, a rape counsellor has taken her expertise to Cyprus to train police there in how to improve their handling of serious sexual assault cases. The move follows controversy over the treatment of an alleged British rape victim last year.
Isabel Kerr, who's from Glasgow and Clyde Rape Crisis Centre, is currently on the Mediterranean island sharing her advice with officers. The Nine's Hope Webb has been speaking to her.
BBC News.
Now, with 5 days to go until the American election, Joe Biden appears to have a convincing lead over Donald Trump, with the president polling 42% and Biden on 51% overall.
In the all-important battleground states, on Tuesday, Martin spoke to Anthony Scaramucci. He's one of Donald Trump's many former communications directors, but he's a firm critic of the president now and thinks he'll lose on Monday. But the current Trump team, unsurprisingly, think differently. I caught up with Jenna Ellis. She's a senior legal advisor to the president, and I asked her why she thinks he'll win in spite of the polls. President Trump, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Lawyer says it may end in court. Right. Listen, let's bring you a quick update on that Europa League game at Ibrox. It has just finished. Rangers held on. They won 1-0. Morelos with a goal. Big result for them.
Now, here is an incredible story of a cancer patient who's recovering after a remarkable piece of surgery. Jan Ritson had a bone removed from her leg. It was taken to a different hospital for radiation and then reattached while she remained on the operating table. She'd been diagnosed with a sarcoma during the pandemic and had the 12-hour procedure at the end of August.
It's thought to be the first time someone's received this kind of treatment here in Scotland, and Jan, we're pleased to say, is recovering well. So well, in fact, she spoke to Katie Hunter about her incredible medical journey. And just a quick warning, this report does contain some pretty graphic images of her surgery.
Glasgow.
It's just absolutely extraordinary,
Yeah,
isn't it?
some good news
I know.
at last. What
Just
an amazing story.
Amazing. You know, the surgeons could have just done what they normally do, but they thought, no, actually, let's give this a shot. And
Imagine who had that idea, that
No.
lightning bolt moment. Do you know what? Why don't we just do it in the middle of the operation? Just take it out, whisk
Yeah.
it across the city, get it sorted, bring it back, put it in.
just incredible.
We
Hats
make it
off to
sound
them.
so simple.
We do.
But as ever, as Katie pointed out, it was once again the genius of the NHS.
Yes, indeed.
There we go.
Good
All right.
for them.
Right, time for a look at the weather now. And Gillian, you were in here last night and you left us with a pretty gloomy prediction of
Yeah.
gales and storms. And
I know, and
weather
that's
to be
still the
nervous
case,
about.
unfortunately. Actually, tomorrow looks all right. Today was a bit of a washout, wasn't it?
It was
Apart from in
indeed.
Shetland. Shetland was the place to be
Oh, really?
today. Yeah, we had some sunshine.
In more ways than one.
Yes, but elsewhere, yes, we've had some heavy rain across the country, and there's more to come at the weekend. Tomorrow's actually not looking too bad, though. We have this weather system that's will be, so make sure you stay tuned to the forecast. But it's looking better for next week.
Yeah, but I
Good.
think it's a weekend for cozying up and staying inside, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Take care out there, everybody. Thank you so much, Gillian. Now, just before we go, the winner of the Scottish Album of the Year has been announced whilst we've been on air. Shahida Sinclair, also known as the artist ever to win the award.
Congratulations to her. Tough field. Long list included Lewis Capaldi for that, I think I remember reading. Right, that is it from Rebecca and me for tonight. Nick Sheridan and Laura Miller here tomorrow at 7 o'clock, remember. They'll see you then. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Good night.